My favourite thing about design is the purpose that it has, but I like the practical influence that design has.
I think the main thing that drew me to Edinburgh was you've got your main discipline, so product design, but then you've also got the option in your electives to go sort of the wider universities.
I really like just how close the workshops are to the studio and making like in the same day, in the same hour. It's just about getting hands-on straight away.
BA Product Design at ECA is about design in general and how to access lots of different avenues. We're quite lucky being product designers in the sense that we can dip into much of the design discipline.
For one of the recent courses we just done electronic things, we had to create a lighting device that responded to data and sort of created an output. So for my object, I had sort of a sensor that responded to light. When it got darker, the light would turn on. So I based the project on colour blindness, as I'm sort of colourblind myself, so it's more to raise awareness.
In first year, it's fundamental skills of using two-dimensional and three-dimensional sketching through model making and sketching and understanding how to communicate with themselves and with others. In second year, we look much more at the sort of practicalities of manufacturing as it is now and how it's going to look in the future. And we start exploring speculative design, where we're saying this is how it is now, but actually, if we follow these trends, what will it be like in 10, 20, 30, 100 years? In third year, we try and get external as much as possible. So we have live partners that we work with. For the last couple of years, for example, we've been working with IKEA on one of our programs, on one of our courses, and other external partners who can help students get used to that client-facing aspect. And then in fourth year, it's a self-directed study that is pinned around a skeleton of courses, essentially, that give the students that structure and that sort of taught program, but it is very much a self-initiated brief that explores their passions and the way that they see the world.
Initially, I explored British identity through the lens of language by creating a family of humorous idiom stools. When resolving the project, I shifted my focus to creating an immersive installation that explores the relationships between the nations of Britain. Each piece was then placed around a hand-tufted rug, which represents the shared British identity. By moving the furniture around the rug, I explored the power dynamics that were created by their positioning in relation to each other. The British identity rug was comprised of information that I collected from my beer mats research prototype that explored the iconographies of what it is to be British.
So the model of teaching that we use within ECA, and specifically on the product design programme, is a mix of practice-based and theoretical learning. So we have studio teaching, where there's one-to-one tutorials, group tutorials, students doing independent learning within a studio space, either supported by technicians in workshops or by us as our teaching cohort within sort of lecture theatres, right to sort of one-to-one office space learning.
I think the diversity and the inclusion is a great element of studying here. We have a really happy studio environment because we have lots of people from different backgrounds which have formed really close relationships over the 4 years that we've all been working together.
We have amazing technical facilities which our students have access to throughout their studies. We look for curious and self-motivated students, and as much of our teaching actually responds to the work that they produce, which of course is inextricably linked to who they are as individuals. Each student brings with them their own lens through which they see the world, and though we help them understand how to develop their critical thinking and how to communicate through design, they are ultimately what make product design at ECA really interesting.